To say that golf is in Carol Fromuth's DNA is an understatement. In fact, her family is a golf institution in St. Louis. Carol and her husband, Mike, were both avid players. It turns out that her children, Michael and Susan, are too. The kids were introduced to swinging a golf club as soon as they could stand and walk. Both eventually earned college golf scholarships to Indiana University and Ohio State. Both chose golfing careers. Both are now teaching pros. They learned from their mom. Coaching is something Carol loves to do. Her latest endeavor is the Accelerated Golf Tour for collegiate and advanced high school golfers. She was the junior golf director of the Gateway PGA section, which conducts over 100 tournaments every year. The St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame salutes the remarkable golf mom, Carol Fromuth. To interview Carol is the best female amateur golfer in the history of St. Louis, Ellen Port.
This is fun. So in true Carol fashion, we got together and talked a little bit about how the night might go, the interviewing. And this is about Carol, and she said, no, I got to tell this story about how our paths first crossed. I said, no, Carol, this is about you. Well, you guys knew Carol won. So Carol, why don't you kick this off? And it actually speaks to what you do very well.
Well, I was running a qualifier at Forest Hills for the USGA amateur tournament, and Ellen appeared, and I had never heard of her or anything else. And after the round was over, I said, just what are you doing? Because she had one of the higher scores. And she says, I'm just new to golf, started when you were 26 or about then, and I need to know what I have to do to be at the top of the ladder. And now she's shown everybody in the United States that you have how many titles for the USGA?
This is just like Carol, and one of the things why she sits here, and that all of her players that are the best looking in the group, by the way, she props everybody up and makes everybody else look really good. So let's move on, okay? Carol, obviously you and Jim gave your kids a gift, the game of golf, which we know is the greatest game ever played. How did you get your start?
How did I get a start? Well, Jim was the golfer, and I decided if I was going to be married to him, I better learn the game. So I went back to Arizona and took a PE class in golf, so I knew a little bit, but not very much. And then, of course, we had two, Michael and then Susan, and as soon as they could stand up, of course, we gave them a club, and they, actually, we were very lucky that they did like the game. And we, do you want me to tell the story about going to the Broadmoor?
Well, no, we got to keep moving, though.
Oh,
but
right.
I will say that Carol ranked herself number 4 in her family with golf ability. And she also went so far to say, I'm not athletic. But everybody that knows you would rank you number 1 in another category, and that's competitiveness. And also number 1 in doing things the right way. And whatever you've touched, you do the right way. And your outlet, your competitiveness, your touching of lives came through coaching. You got your start at Lafayette, started the girls' golf team, coached the boys' golf team, and coached basketball. You did that for a few years. But you told me that the greatest phone call that you ever got came in 1997, and it came from a gal that's sitting here tonight, and I think this gal would say it was one of the best phone calls she ever made. So why don't you tell us about that call and
Right.
what has been produced for 26 years as a result?
That's right. Michaela Witcher was the athletic director at the time at St. Joseph Academy. And I get this phone call one morning when I was working for the PGA. I was filling in, answering the phone. And she says, you know, we need a golf coach. Bud Stein was retiring, and would you be interested? And I thought, would I be interested? Yes. But I didn't tell her that, because I said, I have to go home and check with my husband Jim and see if he thinks that that would be okay. And Jim, with golf, never said no when something came up with golf. Clubs, attire, whatever it was. It wasn't in the budget all the time, but we managed to get through. And so I called her back, and that's how my career started at St. Joseph Academy.
Well, let's say we only have a couple more minutes. Why don't you tell us what has been produced, the record that you've achieved, and what your goal is in the future with the help of these young ladies?
Well, they were the ones that were running around for the 50-50 today, and all 8 of them on the varsity team were there. And, you know, it's just a delight to have the quality of kids that St. Joseph Academy has. And we have won 6 straight state championships, and we're going for number 7. And my competitiveness... And my competitors will get there, hopefully, and they got a lot of work to do, but we will. But I also want to say thanks to a lot of the people in the audience. Some are here from Lafayette when I coached basketball and golf, and then I have some of the parents that were here also from my very first year at St. Joseph Academy, and it's just this has been a great fun evening, and I appreciate the honor very much.
Well, I'll tell you guys, you should never ask a woman how old she is, but usually when you're Carol's age, which is 85, yes, you're usually wondering to check the box in the senior living home of what you're going to be eating. That's like the highlight, right? But Carol is amazing. At 85 years old, she keeps going. An email crossed my desk this morning from a really well-known sports psychologist named John Gordon, and he just lost his his lacrosse coach from Cornell, and he's a legend. And this article that John Gordon wrote about his Cornell lacrosse golf coach, Richie Moran, was entitled "That a Golf Coach is Forever." And so her nickname is Fro. So the new motto that I'm going to say is Fro Forever. She's made a huge impact on lives, and we are so proud that she is here being inducted into the St. Louis Hall of Fame.